What's good on my stock market trader and investor homies? It's your boy Kevin. In today's video, we're going to be talking about a disruptive penny stock that is going after big tobacco. We're talking about a penny stock that is disrupting the $900 billion a year tobacco industry. They're coming in with their head down and throwing punches. This is a stock that is up massive over the last few months. Huge momentum behind this name. We're going to be looking at the business model, the fundamentals, and the chart. So you're going to want to stay tuned. If you're new around here, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notifications, and everybody hit that like button for me. All right, so the stock I have pulled up on the screen is ticker TOBAF. This is TAAT Global Alternatives. It's an alternative to smoking cigarettes. They have a product that's very disruptive. We'll take a look at in just a second. But look at this stock chart. It is one of the sexiest weekly stock charts that I've seen in a long time. Just a few months ago, we were trading at lows of 10 cents, and now we're trading at $3.43. An absolutely massive move. Tons of momentum behind the name. Let's break it down. TAAT Global Alternatives is an under-the-radar company that is coming to market with a product that is an alternative to smoking cigarettes. Smokers are looking for alternatives. If the patch worked, then people would use the patch. If the gum worked, people would use the gum, but it just doesn't work. All those products do is supplement the nicotine that you're getting. Sure, it may reduce cravings. Sure, it may help with withdrawal symptoms. But one of the main problems that smokers find when they're trying to quit is the actual habit of smoking something. And that's where TAAT Global comes into play. Here we have the TAAT product offering. Basically what it is hemp in a cigarette. You smoke it like a normal cigarette, but it doesn't have the horrible cancer-causing chemicals that cigarettes have. It doesn't have the nicotine. So it can help cravings that smokers have, the habit that these smokers have to be smoking something, but it doesn't have those negative side effects. TAAT is meticulously engineered to closely emulate the sensory components of smoking a tobacco cigarette. The Beyond Tobacco base material of TAAT is tobacco and nicotine free, but providing current smokers of legal age the choice to keep the experience of smoking, but without consuming nicotine. Thanks to patent pending refinement technique, Beyond Tobacco gives off a smell and taste that is similar to actual tobacco. I think that's pretty cool and pretty important because smokers aren't just going to smoke anything. They're going to want to have that taste that they're used to. This similarity contributes to an experience that is expected to be highly familiar to smokers. Habit. We know that Vice stocks do very, very well. Between the tobacco-like taste and smell of the Beyond Tobacco-based material, the light sight of smoke, the crackling sound of TAAT burning, and the physical sensations of inhaling and exhaling, as well as flicking ashes. No detail has been overlooked in creating a satisfying experience for smokers. I think it's actually a very genius idea. We have the CBD craze going on. Hemp is in right now. Why not make an alternative for smokers that captures on that CBD hemp movement and also captures on the mass exodus of smokers looking to stop smoking, but they want to fulfill that habit. They also have some big faces behind the product. Floyd Mayweather, TAAT sponsored his fight against Logan Paul.
Grab a pack at TryTAAT.com. Competition is the only thing I smoke. The world is trying to break their nicotine habit. TryTAAT.
Millions of smokers are trying to quit smoking. An estimated 70% of all smokers are trying to quit or are open to something different. In the US alone, that's 27.3 million smokers who are tired of their addiction, are reeling from the high cost of cigarettes, and just want out. TAAT can capitalize on those people, that demographic, If they can get out there and market this product, I think there will be an appetite for it. In TAAT's initial rollout to 150 stores in Ohio, more than 60% of those stores have requested follow-up orders after having TAAT in their stores for only 4 weeks. They have partnered with Crossmark Inc., which is a major Texas-based sales and merchandise agency for all of their distribution needs. Crossmark doesn't play games. This is a big deal. They have ins with big retail brick and mortar stores. If you partner with Crossmark, you're probably going to be in more stores than you were previously. And we know that more stores equals more revenue in most cases. And TAAT is relatively inexpensive versus traditional cigarettes. If you're a cigarette smoker and you can buy a pack of these for $4.50, they get the job done and they don't kill you, versus buying a real pack of cigarettes for $11. It's an easy decision. They went to a bunch of trade shows throughout the month of July and they brought in massive amounts of orders, and it brings their total store count to around 500 stores. Like we just said, the more stores that you get in, the more revenue you're likely going to have. The company also just tripled the size of their fulfillment station. Tripling the size of your fulfillment station, you're not going to do that unless, as a company, you are expecting massive growth. I want to be investing in companies that are expecting massive growth. I always like to see them upping their manufacturing plants or their fulfillment stations. It's a good sign. Right now, they're in about 500 stores, mostly in the Southeast, around me, Georgia, the Atlanta area, Florida, also the Midwest, looks like Michigan, Indiana, that part of the country, and also up here in Illinois. So we have a lot of room for growth here to spread the Midwest, California, that side of the U.S., New York, the East Coast, tons of room for growth here with TAAT. Here's what their CEO had to say on the path forward on how they plan to grow.
Hi, I'm Seti Coscarella. I'm here today to talk about how our flagship product, TAAT, is following a path that mimics the journey Red Bull began in 1987. Now, for those of you who don't know, TAAT is a tobacco-free and nicotine-free cigarette that actually tastes, smells, and smokes like a tobacco cigarette. Now, instead of tobacco, TAAT is made with Beyond Tobacco, our proprietary base material. Now, we put Beyond Tobacco through a 14-step process, including a patent-pending refinement technique to achieve a realistic tobacco experience. Tobacco is something I know very well. Personally, as a former smoker and professionally, I was a strategist for the world's largest tobacco company, Philip Morris, where I created commercialization strategies for reduced risk products. When I say that TAAT's journey looks like Red Bull's, what does that mean? Most people don't know that what we now call Red Bull was first started in Thailand in the 70s. It was seen as a syrupy tonic, which some people disliked, but that didn't matter to Thailand's factory workers, truck drivers, and other blue-collar workers. Wearing themselves out during Thailand's Industrial Revolution, they loved the energy boost they got from it. Now, he loved everything about it, except the fact that it didn't taste very good. Now, he knew it could sell well in Western countries, but only with some adjustments. So he improved the taste, made the packaging sleeker, and marketed Red Bull as a high-energy lifestyle brand. Now, fast forward to today. In 2020, Red Bull sold 7.9 billion cans. Now, that's not bad for what once was a syrupy tonic in an ugly bottle. With TAAT, we're taking a very similar approach to making our product relevant to legal-age smokers who want to make a better choice. Now, we're not the first company to make alternatives to tobacco cigarettes. Just look at all the vaping companies out there. We're not the first to make a nicotine-free cigarette either. You can find herbal cigarettes all over the internet. So what makes us different? What makes TAAT great? Our strategy has 3 elements that mirror what Red Bull did to acquire their dominant market position. The first is taste. You see, smokers who've tried herbal cigarettes will tell you the same thing, time and time again. It tastes awful. People don't want inferior alternatives. They want satisfying experiences. That's why we perfected Beyond Tobacco to genuinely taste and smell like real tobacco. Now don't take my word for it. Just type in TAAT testimonial on YouTube. The results will speak for themselves. Now the second is packaging. Think of it this way. For most people, if they drank soda out of a juice box instead of a can, even if the taste were the same, it'd be weird. Red Bull sought to position itself as a soft drink, which were mostly canned. Their packaging effectively signaled to consumers what Red Bull stood for. And at TAAT, we're doing the same thing. Beyond Tobacco is sold in packs like these. We're not trying to shy away from recreating the tobacco experience. We embrace it. Now, the third is distribution. Purchases of CPG products tend to be impulse-driven. Let's say you like one brand of energy drink over another, but the store you're shopping in doesn't have the one that you prefer. Most people will buy the alternative brand. They don't want to go on a wild goose chase to find their favorite brand elsewhere. Since consumer preferences are elastic, it's important to make sure that your CPG product is easily available. We don't want consumers to switch away from TAAT because they can't find it. Mirroring Red Bull, we've established nationwide distribution partnerships, so you will soon be able to find TAAT in any store. Soon, if a store sells cigarettes, it's also going to sell TAAT. Now, I'm not saying that we're going to sell 7.9 billion packs of TAAT in 2021. It took 40 years for Red Bull to get where it is today. But what we have so far is incredibly promising. Now, gaining market share in the global tobacco industry is a marathon, not a race. It's worth $814 billion US per year. It's a big mountain to climb. However, with TAAT's emerging track record of success and its promising case studies, it's safe to say that much like Red Bull, this is the beginning of a journey that over time will create a mainstream brand. Thanks for watching. Now, for more information on TAAT, please visit taatglobal.com or email investor@taatusa.com.
So I think it's absolutely genius to follow the path of a highly successful product like Red Bull. Red Bull went from nothing to an absolute behemoth of a product, and I think that's smart. Back on the chart, let's take a look at the chart. All right, so we ran up from 10 cents, boom, all the way up to 470, and we have experienced a little bit of a pullback, but you guys know what I think about pullbacks. They're buying opportunities. We have support that we're trading over. That area back here, we rejected it twice. Prior resistance becomes support once you break over it, and we have that area at the 320 level as support area to possibly risk a trade off of. That's gonna wrap up the video. I thought it was a pretty cool company. This was a sponsored video. However, I wasn't told what to say or how to express my opinion of the company. This is my own research, my own due diligence, and my own opinions. I love all of you guys, and I'll catch you in the next video. Until next time, peace.